Hello and welcome. I am Amarachi Ubani. Tonight, as Muslims prepare to celebrate Eid-el-Fitr, the military and police beef up security across the country, also warn against carrying baggage to prayer grounds. The federal government extends public holidays till Thursday, July 7th, as the president urges Muslims to imbibe the virtues of piety, sacrifice and love. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje pardons and releases 500 inmates in the spirit of Eid-el-Fitr. And suspected rebels kill at least 9 people in the northeastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
On business news tonight, Standards Organization of Nigeria set to begin the process of verifying products.
And in sports news, Nigeria's table tennis star Aruna Quadri retains top spot in the latest IWTF Africa ranking.
I'm Yemisi Ikpaye, and from Abuja, some good news on Nigeria's economy as experts expect a healthier economy in the second half of the year.
Preparations to mark the Eid-el-Fitr in Nigeria may have been marred as the Niger Delta Avengers today blew up a Chevron well and oil pipeline near Warri in Delta State. The latest in a string of bombings over the past weeks has contributed to a fall in the country's crude oil production, which is now at a 30-year low. A group has also claimed responsibility for vandalizing a remote manifold and 2 crude pipelines belonging to the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, close to Banta. Meanwhile, the president is appealing for support and patience from all Nigerians and international partners as the country explores the fastest means to amicably ending the violence and economic sabotage in the Niger Delta. President Muhammadu Buhari said this today in his Eid-el-Fitr message to Nigerians, reiterating his resolve to root out corruption in Nigeria through what he describes as all appropriate and legal measures. In a statement, the president says, congratulates all Muslims in Nigeria on the successful completion of the month-long Ramadan fast, while urging them to imbibe the virtues which he says are the true marks of all followers of Islam. The president adds, as we celebrate another Eid-el-Fitr, I admonish all patriotic Nigerians to uphold these lessons and also appreciate the numerous material and human blessings God has endowed us with. Let us learn to show gratitude, respect and tolerance to one another, irrespective of our religion, tribe, language and political leanings, as we forge ahead to build on our strengths and opportunities to make Nigeria great again. He commends Nigerians for their sacrifices in the face of the current economic challenges and promised to ensure better days ahead for citizens. Meanwhile, security agencies are leaving nothing to chance as Muslims in Nigeria celebrate the Eid-el-Fitr. A police, army and other security operatives are asking Nigerians to be vigilant and report suspicious activity to relevant authorities.
We're everywhere and we're battle ready, is what these security officials seem to be saying as they cover the various streets of Jos, the Plateau State capital, in cars and on foot in what they tag a show of force. Back at the base, the acting commander of Operation Safe Haven gives an assurance of maximum security.
They shouldn't bother. Everybody should go about his normal business. By the grace of God, all will be done intact, without any problem. And all those that wish to cause trouble, they should please be aware that we are out for them.
In addition to the military show of force, the State Police Command has put measures in place to guarantee the protection of lives and property during the celebrations.
Vehicles, tricycles must be parked 500 meters away from the worship centers, praying grounds. The worshippers going to the prayer grounds must subject themselves to search it by security agencies. The use of motorcycles to worship centers is prohibited.
In Adamawa State, where the marketplaces have become a beehive of activities and traffic in and around banks has increased, The State Police Command is asking residents to be extra vigilant. Meanwhile, in the Federal Capital Territory, the Police Command has paraded a 23-man gang suspected to be members of an armed robbery and car-snatching syndicate. According to the FCT Police Commissioner Alkali Usman, some of the suspects were arrested as they attempted to sell 7 stolen cars. Arms were also recovered. Following the arrest, Mr. Usman has a word of caution for the Muslim faithful during the season of festivities.
I want to seize this opportunity or medium to advise Muslim people to guard against carrying bag and baggages to praying grounds. They are to only carry along their praying mats. This is not to inconvenience the worshippers, but it is a precautionary measure to guard against any eventuality.
The police have reminded the public that the ban on the use and sale of fireworks, such as bangers, knockouts and other explosives, is still in place.
The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, today asked Muslim faithful in the country to sustain the values and virtues which the holy month of Ramadan teaches in their relationship with God and with fellow human beings. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Yusuf Olaniyonu, the Senate President says Nigerians must remain steadfast and prayerful in the face of daunting socio-economic challenges. Dr. Saraki also advised Nigerians who nurse grudges against the government to seek legitimate and peaceful means of expressing their grievances. The federal government today declared Thursday, July 7th, 2016 as a public holiday. This follows the non-sighting of the moon by the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. The Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazo, urged Nigerians to use this period of sober reflection to ensure harmony, unity and tolerance. The minister also says more support must be given to the president in his quest to resolve socio-economic and security challenges. As part of activities marking this year's Eid-el-Fitr celebrations, 500 inmates have been released and pardoned from 10 prison formations in Kano State. Speaking to journalists shortly after releasing the prisoners, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje affirmed his administration's commitment to assisting citizens, especially those less privileged.
By paying compensation, by paying the fine that we are supposed to pay, we are making you new people from today. We believe you are born again. Are you born again? Yes. I'm happy to hear that you are born again. And the meaning of born again is that you repent. The congestion of prison is a very important issue in Nigeria today. Because of the overpopulation, the prisoners, the inmates are not enjoying what they are supposed to enjoy in the prison.
The Deputy High Commissioner of Sierra Leone in Nigeria, retired Major General Alfred Claude Nelson Williams, who was kidnapped on the Abuja-Kaduna Road last Friday, has regained his freedom and reunited with his family and members of the High Commission. A statement by the Force Public Relations Deputy Commissioner of Police, Donald Amuna, says he was released at about 4 p.m. on the Abuja-Kaduna Road. The statement adds that Mr. Williams' release is as a result of credible intelligence and technical support, aided by intense police patrol activities on land and air. It adds that the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Ibrahim Idris, has assured members of the Diplomatic Corps and other foreign nationals of their safety and security in Nigeria. There, however, seems to be more controversy surrounding the ongoing murder trial of a former chairman of Asari local government area in Rivers State. The chief judge of the state, Justice Iyaye Lamin Kanra, adjourned trial to September 22nd and 23rd, announced that the accused be remanded in custody. Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal, which was expected to hear the bail application of the former local government chairman, failed to sit due to a motion challenging its constitution. Our correspondent, Emmanuel Erei, reports.
The premises of the maximum security prison in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, under tight security, perhaps due to the tension surrounding the matter involving Ojuka Iflagamakri, who is billed to appear before 2 courts. Cameras are not allowed close. At a safe distance, though, some protesters are seen carrying placards with various inscriptions.
There should be fairness to everybody. In the eyes of the law, Ojuka Iflagamakri is presumed to be innocent. And right now, over this new charge for which is going to be tried today, we are insisting that there should be a proper investigation. The
tension then shifts to the complex of the state judiciary, also under tight security, where the matter of a fresh murder trial is being entertained. After arguing their cases, counsels to both parties give a clearer picture of the day's proceedings.
The chain of events does not include my person, and everything, he's not under my custody, he's in the custody of the prison authorities. So it is their duty to produce him, and I also came to argue his bail.
Thankfully also, counsel, accused person, has returned 2 senior advocates and a dozen other junior counsel. And I'm sure, as responsible counsel who have a duty to the administration of criminal justice, they will ensure that the administration of criminal justice is not impeded by the absence of their clients.
But what happened at the appeal court?
The one in the Court of Appeal did not take place because the justices informed the lawyers through the registrar that there was a motion filed by somebody who claims to be the wife of the deceased, asking the members of the panel to disqualify themselves because they were people that took part in the last appeals in the election petition.
For the average man on the streets, the ongoing trial of a former chairman of Asari Toru local government area in the state has become somewhat complicated. But for all parties involved in the matter, justice must be done and seem to be done. Emmanuel Iri, Channels Television News.
Still in the Niger Delta area, Nigeria loses hundreds of lives and billions of naira due to building collapses. Experts believe the challenge can be resolved if government enforces regulations in the National Building Code.
This case along Upper Mission Road extension in Benin City, the Edo State capital, might be the latest in incidents of collapsed buildings in the state. Although the uncompleted building is said to have been a hotel under construction, neither the owner nor the site engineer could be reached for comments. Some workers are seen trying to salvage whatever materials they can. Mrs. Faith Agbarome, a mother of 2, lives in this house behind the compound where the building collapsed. She narrates how she and her family narrowly escaped death or injury from the incident.
Yes, for night around something after 12 to 1. I don't hear something make crack. Now wake my husband. Say my husband, see what did they happen? When my pocket up, say, what will be this? What is saying I'm robber. So say, we say, where these people want pass? Come, what is in a filling station? We begin the listing. Small time here, crack, chara. Now people can get up. As I get up, I carry my baby when I carry that down for center. Now I roll. When I tell roll, I don't fall for ground. Means the other one for ground. The next never reach seconds. I don't hear for here. Go.
And when they sleep on top of bed,
The Edo State chairman of the Nigeria Institute of Building, Bamidele Osamudiame, gives an insight into factors responsible for the high cases of building collapse in the country.
Just as the National Building Code advocates that the architects should do the design architecturally, maybe the space, the height of the building, and the beautification. The engineers should do the structural design to add life to the building. After that, it is the builder, somebody that studied building and is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Building and Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, take this same drawing and actualize it on site.
He also
In part 2, after the break, more confusion in PDP as Ali Modu Sharif issues certificate to factional Edo governorship candidates. We'll have more after. Please join us again.